So to explain these parts here, these were made at with a $500,000 machine, additive layer manufacturing, 3D printing. And what's so remarkable about it is that in the past, in the Dark Ages, people would make everything out of manual labor, and now we can design something in the computer, push a button, and a few hours later pick up the parts. There's no manual labor whatsoever, and we can make the most complex parts. And these parts were made, for instance, this was put together all equidistant inside the pieces, all the 5 pieces inside of each other, designed like this in CAD, and then the machine grows it, and then you take it out of the powder when it's done, fully functional. There's no assembly. And here's the other one. It's called the brain gear. Again, these parts here in the gears are all kept equidistant from each other so that nothing touches. If it touches, then when the laser melts the powder of this nylon powder together, if it were touching here, then the powder would be, the parts would melt together and it wouldn't work. So they're all equidistant, loose, like this in the design in CAD. And then when this is grown layer by layer with a CO2 laser melting the powder, it afterward you take it out and blow off the powder, and then this is fully functional. There's no assembly. In fact, you can't even assemble or take it apart because it's all one piece. It's all together. And then these parts here are not beautiful art. What they are, they're equations that I'm holding in my hand. These are third semester calculus equations that are plotted in X, Y, and Z. In high school, you may have plotted some equations in X and Y on a graph paper. Well, this is plotted in 3 dimensions off of these complex equations. And we often think of Plato's forms, the Platonic forms that Plato talked about, that were these forms of mathematics, or is mathematics something that was created by God, or is it something that we just made up? But you think of these complex equations to create these incredible, beautiful shapes. It's quite remarkable. And the idea of being able to, in this new technology, to be able to create these things just by a touch of a button and create complex shapes like this, that would be very hard to make. And you can see here how one piece, if you follow it through, it follows along here, follows off to the next one, underneath, across, and over to the next one, all one continuous piece. And it's beautiful. But this is an equation I'm holding in my hand, so that's what's so remarkable about these pieces. And then this one, this is actually a chessboard with all the chess pieces, and they were grown by a friend of mine back east, fine line prototyping, where all the tiny chess pieces are in here, and they used a very finely focused laser using photopolymers, so light-sensitive liquid plastic, to make these parts. So